Hey guys, so I am back with another process video for the Citrus Twist May 2016 kit, and I'm going to be using this as inspiration. So this is the kind of like I don't know what they're called, like page map that I'm going to use. I decided for this layout I kind of wanted to do one for the challenge. So the photos that I chose were from the Urban Lights when Zach's family came to visit. We went to the tar pits, and we also went to the Urban Lights, which is a really famous spot in LA. And there's also, it's in some movie too recently with Mila Kunis. So it was kind of cool to see these huge lights. It was quite a scene. So I decided to kind of like rule this off and cut this in half for the bottom half of the page. I really like the other side of that paper, but you know what? I'm trying really hard not to be a hoarder of all of my things. I have so much scrapbooking stuff, it's just not worth it for me to cut out the back of it, but it does hurt. I mean, I don't think it'll ever not hurt to cut paper like that when you know you're just going to use like a huge chunk on one page, but it's okay. I'll survive. Well, we'll all survive. And then I'm going to cut these down a little bit because, as you can see, a lot of the paper, or a lot of the picture is just concrete, because in order to get like the huge scale of the lights, I'm pretty sure that Zach's family had to take it from like across the street. I wish we would have taken a picture together on the lights, but this will do. So the next thing is the little rectangle right behind the photo. So I was trying to just figure out the length that I needed that, and then I was like, okay, wait, double check. Okay, it's 4. So I cut off a little piece of this, and then I realized this was too short, and I also give no F's about the camera. Clearly, I'm just, slamming everything around. Hopefully that doesn't make you, like, sick or something. I try and scrapbook like the camera's not there. So clearly I try and scrapbook like the camera's not there. But anyway, I'm going to use the back of this gray paper. I felt like with the concrete in the picture, I thought that would look good behind it. And the last couple layouts that I did were really colorful. A lot of the embellishments, as you can see to my right of this, is very... Well, it's actually my left. But on the right of this thing that I'm looking at, they're really colorful, a ton of bright colors. Not that I don't love using bright colors, but I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit and use a little more subtle colors. So anyway, those to the right were the ones I kind of chose that I wanted to use as far as embellishments go. I wanted to cover those flowers, though, eventually, because in the photo there's a little bit of flowers right in between the two photos, but I just didn't really feel like this warranted flowers. Not that you can't add flowers to anything. I mean, you do you, but I just didn't want to add floral anything to this layout. All that fiddling around, though, was for nothing. I took everything apart and decided on the background I wanted to add some yellow, and I was hoping that the black would come out kind of gray in the background. It doesn't, but it's fine. Most of this ends up getting covered anyway, but I used a little, yellow right at the bottom as that flag, so I wanted to incorporate a little bit more yellow. And whenever I use like a white background, I just can't seem to just leave it to be white. I don't know why. Like, I want it to have color, and I've been trying to use a little bit more mixed media. There's not a whole lot of layouts I did in the past before getting the watercolors. This is the first thing I'm experimenting with. I always watch like Adele, and she does like awesome, mixed media, but not me, sadly. So once that is all dry, and you'd actually be surprised how quickly these watercolors dry. I feel like I can almost instantaneously start gluing things on, which is great because I am not a patient person and I just want to get the layout going. So yeah, there was no transfer to any of these colors on the back. I think I waited like a minute, not even. And I did take a little piece of paper and just kind of go over it just to make sure that nothing was going to transfer to the back. And now I'm just going to play around and try and figure out where I want these things. I didn't realize that these little wooden frames were not one huge piece, so that's kind of good. And I was trying to figure out what title I wanted to use. At first, I thought I was going to use the silver side, but there wasn't any really sayings that I thought looked that great, so I decided to use the title Here and Now. And it's funny, I think that I at first didn't realize that that and sign was for here and now. And then I thought it was just supposed to be like here now. Like here we are in the moment right now. And then I realized like halfway through, no, it's supposed to be here and now. And if I don't use this and sign, it's just going to be lost forever. So the title ends up being here and now. And I don't even know what I'm doing. I took it off camera, apparently. I think I'm putting some thread on the back of the little tag because if you look at how the packages are all put together, there's a little bit of thread to tie everything. So I decided to keep it this time, which I'm pretty happy I did because I added that to the tag. And the little tag says, "You are my everything" in silver foil, which I think kind of goes really well with the gray background. So then I'm putting down that photo and going to add my title now. And I'm just putting here down, and then as you can see, I'm about to put down the now. And I stick it down, but then I'm like, wait a second. I'm pretty sure that and sign is supposed to be in here, so I just pop that in and put it as here and now. And then in the layout, there were these little arrows, and not that I'm, trying to follow the layout exactly how it is. But anyway, I wanted one more arrow for the other side, kind of pointing back to the other picture. But I had to cut up an X instead of another V because there was only 3 of them. So I felt quite crafty. With letters, you just have to cut until you get what you want. So now I'm really struggling as to what to put right in between these photos. Like I said, I didn't want to put the floral. But I did like the way that these looked because the green matches the title, the yellow matches the background and the thing below it. The pink kind of, I wish wasn't there, but I could have cut it off, but I just didn't think it was that big of a deal. And then I'm going to write the lines for my journaling. And while I was making these lines, I asked my boyfriend to Google what these lights are because I completely forgot. So I cut out a little label in the meantime while he was Googling that so I knew what to put in my journaling. And I just decided to use this little yellow label sticker and I'm going to put the date down in the future. And that's just going to go right there. I put them on top of pop dots to kind of give some dimension. So now I'm just doing my journaling, writing about how we're at the Urban Lights with Zach's family. And then that's pretty much it. I'm going to add 2 little labels right at the bottom and put the location again. So I put LA Urban Lights. I wanted to add a little bit towards the bottom because they had a second title in the example layout right at the bottom. So I figured I can just add a little bit more information. I thought that the gray and the teal tied everything together quite well anyway. So I'm just putting that in the corner and that will be it for this layout. And I have had a really hard time filming recently. The videos keep getting deleted. This is my 4th layout, and hopefully this will upload. Only 2 of them will be uploaded. So I'm having a great time. I hope you guys appreciate the video and you guys enjoy watching it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And thanks for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye!